this is MeiYu and welcome to another Fun Friday video. Every Friday, I try to do something new, fun, or challenging. Thank you all so much for your awesome fan theories, backstories, and your comments and likes in my previous video. It was a lot of fun reading them. Thank you for all of your wonderful comments and kind wishes for my 10th anniversary. I'm so glad we're all on this art journey together, and I look forward to all the fun things we're gonna experience in the future. Today I'm going to be doing a 3-marker challenge, blind pick versus preferred pick, in one of my coloring books I recently released. This is called Manga Girls, a lovely coloring adventure, and it's filled with my gorgeous original anime and manga girl illustrations and line art. So if you have a copy, you can follow along. In case you don't have this coloring book yet, no worries, you can get yours on my MeiYu bookstore. It's on Amazon, and the link is in the video description. Okay, so I'm going to start with the preferred 3 markers first, and then I'm going to move on into the blind 3 marker pick. And I'm pretty sure these two are going to turn out quite differently. For my preferred pick, I've chosen these 3 colors. So it is pale purple, fluorescent yellow, and turquoise green light. So I think these 3 colors would look pretty interesting if I blended them together, and I'm going to color this image in my coloring book. Then afterward, when I do the blind pick 3 marker, I'm going to go to the same image, because in this book the images are duplicated, so it's great to have these kind of challenges in the coloring book. You can do these images in very different ways and with different color schemes or different art mediums. So I think this is going to be really fun. Okay, so first, let's start with the pale purple. Oh, as always, I have my copy paper underneath. So in case some of the marker does bleed through a little bit, the copy paper is going to stop it from getting onto the next page. Okay, let's see. I'm going to make her hair pink, nice and bright, starting with the bangs. Some of you told me before that you want to learn different coloring techniques from me. You can see how I use different art mediums, how I color, shade, and layer for different effects in my other coloring books in these videos. I think it's a good idea to watch them if you want to learn different marker and coloring techniques as I color my different coloring books, and then you can use what you learn to color your own copies of my coloring books or your own OCs or anything. I've put those video links in the video description, and I hope they help. I'm also trying to slow down some of the parts in today's video so then you can have more time to see what I'm doing and you can observe my different coloring techniques, and then I hope that helps you improve your own skills. Okay, so I think so far so good. I left a little bit of white showing through just to make the hair look shiny as highlights. Okay, so I think I'm pretty happy with the pink in her hair for now. I'm going to take the fluorescent yellow, my second color, and I want to do some blending. So I know this color is, by the looks of it, the cap is quite bright. I wonder how bright it's going to look like on paper. Which is nice. I like how, as you can see when I am blending the yellow into the pink, I'm getting a little area of orange. The orange is quite bright, and I just think this is a really nice way to make her hair look like warm and like sunshine, which is a nice, interesting effect. Thank you all so much once again for posting your incredible, amazing coloring creations on Instagram with the hashtag MeiYuArt and also in your Amazon reviews. I love seeing how everyone makes these illustrations so unique in their own wonderfully creative ways. I love how there's such a big variety of different kinds of color schemes and choices of colors you like to do in your coloring pages. Like some of you like to use darker colors, some of you like to use really dramatic contrast, and some prefer lighter, brighter, or pastel colors. They're all so beautiful. I'm glad more of you are also getting the large sizes of my recent coloring books. I've had many fans tell me why they like either the regular size or the large size or the hardcovers, so it's great for me to know how you color and what you prefer. I'll keep making different sizes for you for each title, so that way everyone can color in a way that's most comfortable for them. I'm here for you. It's always lovely to see international fans posting their coloring creations, and some of these wonderful artwork are from fans from all over the world, from the US to Chile to France, Germany, and so many other countries. I just want to say thank you all for being such wonderful, creative people. You're all so positive, and I always see you encouraging each other. You're always giving each other like hearts and comments, so that's really nice. I'm proud to share your art, and I know other fans who are watching this video could also get inspired by what you've done. What a great international community we have. Also, thanks to some of you fans for posting videos of your coloring pages you've done in my various coloring books on Amazon, and I just want to say it's so awesome to see you work through my books. Keep going, I'm cheering for you. In case you have this current coloring book, Anime Manga Girls, and you've colored this picture already, no worries. You can try doing this 3-marker challenge with another image. I'd love to see what you come up with. Be sure to post your results with the hashtag MeiYuArt on Instagram and in your Amazon reviews. I can't wait to see! I love that glittery shine. It's so beautiful. Glad many of you are using all kinds of art supplies like gel pens and glittery inks to create magnificent pieces of art. And some of these color schemes are like how you handle the shading. Like, I've never thought of some of those combinations before. So you are all inspiring me and other people. Okay, I am loving this bright yellow in her hair. I'm going to go back with my pink and get some more of that bright orange shade in there. I love this. I think it's so interesting whenever you layer different colors together, the result can, it could make a lot of new colors and new shades in the different areas. I just think that process itself is so nice. It's like it's starting to come together right before your eyes. Okay, I really like her hair. It's like sunset. Alright, so now that I have the hair done, I'm going to go into her outfit. And I have yet to use my third color, which is this turquoise green light. So I'm going to go into this with this color. It looks a little bit darker. So we'll see how this impacts the design. I think it's an interesting, combination of colors because you have two lighter, brighter colors, and then you have this more darker, deeper color. So I'm going to play with the different like balances of these three colors. Okay, so I think that's enough pink for now in the dress. Let's go back into the teal. Okay, so I think it's really interesting how I left some of the pink uncolored with the teal, so it has this nice like shadowy effect with the teal versus the warmth of the pink. I'm gonna go onto this side and do something similar. Alright, I'm gonna go back in with the pink, especially where the teal is meeting it, because I want to show more of that purple coming in. This one they meet. There we go. So I think it's cool that by layering different, like if you layer the teal onto the pink, you get a certain color, but then when you layer the pink on top again, you get a slightly different shade. So I think I like to play with that because, you know, you only have 3 markers to work with, but by blending them in different ways and layering them in different ways and different like numbers of layers, you can get some pretty interesting effects, and it's just gonna make the art look more varied. Okay, so I'm liking this nice gradient from the teal into the pinks. I think I'm gonna go into my teal and mix it with yellow this time. I wonder how that's gonna look like. Okay, cool. So I'm getting kind of like a lighter green color. It's less bluish and more warm because I'm mixing it with the yellow. I think that's kind of interesting. So now I have these 2 different greens in this picture, which is awesome. Okay, very nice. Oh yeah, look at that. And I'll just leave some of the yellow up here just for that like brightness in the dress. Okay, so I am loving her dress. I think I'm going to go into the upper part now for her outfit. And I don't want to make this area too colorful, so I think I'll just go with the teal and come down into a little bit of the pink. I think just on the edges. I think this is also really good like practice to think about colors and to like pre-plan things in your mind as you're going along, and to see how to balance the different colors in a picture so the result is like harmonious and to like just really nice, and it's nice to look at. And I think by doing these different challenges in my coloring books, you're really sharpening your coloring skills and your artistic eye and creativity. So I think that's really helpful, especially for those of you who are considering to further your like art education later on. You might want to be like animators or designers for video games or comics. So these skills would really help in those areas, or just like to generally like enhance your creativity. I think these coloring books are going to really help you. And I'm really glad that lots of you are telling me that these coloring books are really like helping you feel more accomplished, more relaxed, and also you feel like you're doing something with your art, and I think that's great. Keep it up, everyone. Okay, so we have her dress. I think the sleeves matches this part just perfectly. I'm going to go into a little bit of the trim with the fluorescent yellow. And in case you are following along with me right now in your own version, you don't have to feel like you need to choose the exact same colors. You can, you are free to do whatever you want. You can choose any 3 colors you want if you're doing a 3-marker challenge. It's totally up to you. This is just like one example of something that you can do. I think I'm going to go with the yellow jewels around her waist, because I'm thinking the dress it's nice, but it's quite dark, and it'll be nice to have this pop of bright yellow right there. Okay, so I think the dress part is all done. I think I'm going to go into some yellow trim areas, like in the jewelry. She's like this beautiful goddess, like fantasy goddess. So I designed her with this floating like crown of jewels. And I want something darker to kind of anchor that area. So let's go with the teal again. So I really like how the dark teal color kind of frames the lighter fluorescent yellow bits inside. I think that kind of draws my eye and my attention to this area more, which is really nice. I like that contrast. Okay, so now we are almost done this piece, except for a few little bits and pieces here and there. I think for her, this part, like her neck wear, I'm thinking of going with the teal again, because it'll be really nice if this part could kind of match, so then it's kind of more like a harmonious outfit. So let's go with the teal again. Inside. Okay, and for fun, I'm going to mix a little bit of the fluorescent yellow to make that nice green color. Okay, so I think this piece is looking pretty nice so far. I feel I want to get some more darker areas in here. And then in her arms, that she's wearing like a special like kind of glove that shows her fingers, and then in her planets. So I'm thinking I've been using a lot of the teal for this area. I don't want to repeat that, but I do want to have a dark something in there. Okay, perfect. So I'm getting this purple. And it is quite dark, which is good for the type of contrast that I'm looking for in this area. I think that stands out really nicely. And now for her gloves. Okay, now I really like how dark this is compared to the fluorescent yellow. I think that contrast makes it look a lot more like dimensional in this area. So because there's a lot of yellow in and around this area, I'm not going to use too many yellows in this planet. I want to make it, like look quite different from the hair. So I'm going in with the teal. That's an interesting world. Okay, and then we have the dark teal again. I'm going to go into these little moons. Okay, I am almost done. This is looking so cool. So for her skin, I was thinking I'm going to use the fluorescent yellow, but just for some of the shading in the skin. I'm not going to color the entire skin area of her bright yellow, because that's going to look a little weird. So I think to make this piece look nicer and more like sophisticated, I'm going to just add a tiny bit of the bright yellow underneath certain areas of her face and body. And I was thinking, well, this piece is called Ethereal Guardian, so maybe she's like this all-powerful like goddess and her skin is burning so hotly it's just white. So I think that's an interesting like concept for this character. Okay, so I think the skin is done, and I want to get a little bit of the turquoise in her eyes because her face right now is really like light and pale, so I want something to kind of contrast that and kind of break that lightness. Okay, that looks really nice. And then let's see. I think I'm going to add a little bit of the teal in the hair, just a touch of it for some like extra dimension and just a little bit of extra shading, not too much because I like the hair as it is. And then I think it'll be really interesting if I had just a little bit of the teal in the yellow. So I am loving the first 3-marker challenge with the preferred markers. I think the colors and the balancing of the colors and also just the variety of colors that I was able to get by blending the different 3 markers together is pretty nice. I really like how like the oranges stand out to me a lot. Like they're like, wow, so bright. And then I love how the cool like purples and the teals are working with the rest of the piece. I just think this is just, it's really pretty. Like the color variety is quite surprising with just 3 markers. Okay, now I am ready to do the blind pick version of this video. So I have my big stack of markers. As you can see, there are a lot of different colors, including black and like different dark colors. Some are light colors, some are bright, some are dull. So I'm going to pick 3 blindly, and I hope that I don't get like weird colors or odd colors or colors that may be a little tricky to make a good picture with. So we shall see which of these 3 I'm gonna pick. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna pick the first one. Okay, I picked this one. This one is... oh, blush! I know what I'm gonna use this for. So blush is my first blind pick marker. Here's number 2. Okay, this is number 2. What is it? Ooh, it's vivid reddish purple. Okay, so this is a pretty nice color actually. And already 2 of these are quite warm. So let me... I hope it's a cool color so I can get some variety. Which color is it? Okay, Spectrum Green. So green is a cool color and it also looks pretty light. So I think this is a very interesting combination. I'm gonna put this away now. Okay, so these are my 3 markers. I have 2 light colors and 1 dark color. I think this is going to be quite interesting. And I think the Spectrum Green is going to be a nice mixer for these other 2. Or the blush. We'll see. Okay, so let's go with the hair again. I think this time... I'm gonna start with the dark color. So this is Vivid Reddish Purple. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave the hair for now, and I want to blend something in it later on. But I think I want to go into the dress because I have an idea of what I want to do. With this piece, I want to make it look as different as possible from the one before. So since we had the dark area of the dress here, I think I'm going to go with my light colors. So this is the Spectrum Green I got, and color in this area. I also like the fact that this green is not it's not super green, it's just like a hint, like a mint green. So I like that idea because it's, you know, like the color is a little off to the side. So it makes the piece, I think it's gonna make the piece look a little different compared to the other one I just did. Okay, I think I want to try using the blush, and let's see what will happen if I mix the blush with this Spectrum Green. So the blush looks like very light pinkish peach color. I'm mixing it in with the light green color. So I do like how these two lighter colors are not like super bright like what I had before, which is a nice variety. I love how gently the green goes into the blush. I think that's just so it feels so smooth and so calm. Okay, I think I want to go with the blush into this area, the sleeves. Okay, I'm taking the reddish purple, and I think for the contrast, because we have a lot of light areas in here now, I'm going to go in with the dark color and put in some contrast to break up all of the light areas. So that's a really good way to highlight some details too when you're coloring in your own pieces. I think it attracts my eye into different parts of the illustration, and that's also a good way to create some variety in the piece. Okay, that stands out really nicely. Let's go into the green. I'm gonna make the jewels green, I think. But I do want a gradient in here as well for some variation. So I'm gonna leave part of it uncolored. I think I want to start with the blush. And then I'm going to use the dark color to get in some contrast. And I think it's kind of interesting that the trim of the dress, the edges are the dark color, and then it kind of goes down into here, into the dress below. I think that has a nice flow to it. Okay, that's kind of interesting. As I'm layering the blush on top of the reddish purple, it's giving me this bright pink effect, which I think is quite interesting. So I am able to get another color by combining these two. I think I'm gonna use the blush and mix it into the reddish purple hair. Okay, so I really like that effect. I'm gonna go into my purple and add a little bit more of the shadow areas into the hair. Yeah, I really like how the pink and the pink is coming out because I layered the two different markers together. It makes this piece look a little more organic, I think. Just some little shadows here and there for dimension. Okay, now go on to the other side. Okay, so I think the hair is looking really nice. I'm going to go into some of the other details now. So I think for her gloves, let's color it with the spectrum green just to get the difference of the colors in there as contrast. Okay, we are almost done. I am loving this piece. I think the only things left for me to color would be her eyes and then her skin. I think because the contrast with her pale skin and the dark, the dark hair is really strong for me. I really like that contrast. I want to use my blush just to touch up on the skin areas. Just a little bit. And then as for her eyes, I think I'm going with the spectrum green to make her eyes light. And then I think it'll be fun if I added a little bit of the dark color on her eyelids. Okay, so we are done. The second 3-marker challenge. This is the blind pick. I think this turned out really interesting. Okay, so let's compare the first and the second. So the first one was my preferred 3-marker challenge, and the second is the blind pick 3 markers. And let me know which one you like the best, which color scheme is your favorite. Let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching, everyone. If you like to see more coloring videos like this, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe in case you haven't already so you won't miss my future videos. I'll see you next Fun Friday, everyone. Bye! There are over 50 books now on my MeiYu bookstore on Amazon, all in one convenient place. The link is in the video description. See you next week. I've got another Fun Friday video. Till next time.